Yesterday in the newspapers we were talking about park run, Saturday morning. Lots of people do it. You've done it, haven't you? And the fact that lots of professional athletes do it. So and they were talking about one of the best runners who had overtaken a few people at Dulwich, and people like, oh my gosh, it's Jake Whiteman. This is an 80-year-old who has completed his 500th park run, which is a fantastic effort. He did it in 35 minutes, which is, again, I think that's a fantastic effort, isn't it, for 3 miles, not much off 10-minute miles. His name is Ray Evans. He crossed the finish line on December the 31st. He runs for the Bedford Harriers, so well done to Ray. It's
such a nice community event, isn't it? And it's not about...
I've never done it. I've reported on it a few times, but I really
because it's just about taking part, which is what exercise should be. Picked out two stories that contrast slightly but have a little bit in common. Sunday Times this morning, look at this. Monster wave is deadly but irresistible. It's talking about surfers taking on... I don't know whether you can see the surfer there in the middle.
This is the scale of it with the people in the crowd at the bottom.
So this is Nazaré in Portugal, about 100 miles north of Lisbon. A surfer, Marcio Mad Dog Ferreira, died there as it crashed down on him. Apparently it's like falling down onto concrete, but lots of UK surfers saying there's nowhere like it in the world. You can't help but go there.
Yeah.
So addictive,
and then what was the other one?
The other one's Sunday Mirror, so a bit of a contrast this morning. Surf's way up as rain lashes the UK, so that's surfers and kayakers having to wave goodbye to the beach yesterday as the sea and downpours saw them racing for cover. This is in Dorset, so the unpredictability of the weather affecting everything, isn't it, from holidays to hobbies?
So my friend has got a little dog, and he's taking the dog out late in the evening just for a walk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I recently discovered, we were one of those families, like many, who got a dog during lockdown. I only recently discovered that my local pub is really dog-friendly. So I'm thinking...
Were you devastated to learn this news?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking I haven't yet taken advantage and followed my friend's lead, taking the dog for a late-night walk. Apparently, this is according to this piece in the Sunday Telegraph today, letting pooches into pubs and shops can lead to a 50% rise in trade. So just basically talking about dog-friendly establishments. And it kind of makes sense. And there are so many more dogs around now than there were, because of people like me, pre-lockdown.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense, doesn't it?
I don't mind a dog in a pub. It sort of adds a bit of atmosphere, doesn't it? A bit of coziness.
I agree.
A dog by a fire in a pub.
Sit there just hoping that you give him one of your crisps, because he's a Labrador and he'll eat anything. But
I'd be waiting on your crisps as well, Roger.
Yeah, thanks.